Hello students, today we are going to start our chapter number 40, that is natural resources, right? In this chapter what we are going to learn, we are going to learn about different type of biotic and abiotic components. In that abiotic components we are going to learn about air, water, land. We are also going to learn about some important biochemical cycles. In that we will have carbon cycle, oxygen cycle, and nitrogen cycle. In this session of air, water and land, we are also going to understand that how we are polluting air, water and land. So let's start. Today we are just going to understand that how life is possible on this planet Earth. What are its biotic components and what are its abiotic components. Okay, so let's start. We know that Earth is the planet on which life is exists. So Earth is the only one planet in which we can say that life is there. So life exists. So Earth is the only planet in which on which life exists. Why this exists? Because it is dependent on different factors, right? The factors, it would be temperature, food, water and many others, right? So due to this different factors, a coordination between such factors, life is possible on this planet. Okay, now let us understand that our Earth is made up of what, how we can classify our Earth's component in different type of spheres. Again, as we have discussed that we are going to discuss about biotic components and abiotic components. So first, in abiotic components there will be non-living components, and in biotic components there will be all living components. So in abiotic components we will have non-living components, and in biotic components we are having living components. So let's see. First, for abiotic component, we can say that in that first we will discuss about lithosphere, right? Here lithosphere means it is related to land, it is related to mountains, it is related to valley. So all this on this planet, lands, mountains, valleys, that all will come in lithosphere. Sphere means here we can say a region which is of litho. Litho means the outer surface, right? So outer surface of Earth. Okay, that will be land, mountain and valleys. So that all will be in our lithosphere. Another one, In abiotic, we can understand that it will be hydrosphere. Here we know that hydro means it will be related to water, formula of water, that is H2O. So hydrosphere means it will be a region which is made up of water. So different type of water bodies will come in hydrosphere, right? There can be lakes, ponds, rivers, right? All the water bodies, it will come in hydrosphere, whether the water body is steady or the water body is moving. Like if we talk about ponds or lakes, so they are steady water bodies. But if we talk about river, right, so it will be continuously flowing. So all of the water bodies, it will be considered in hydrosphere. Now another abiotic component in that, it will be our atmosphere, right? In atmosphere, what it is, understand that atmosphere, it is like a blanket of our earth, right? Our earth, it is surrounded with different gases, right? And this gases creates our atmosphere, right? So the air which is covered over the whole earth will form our atmosphere. So we can say that the air that covers the whole of the earth like a blanket is called atmosphere, right? So the layer, the blanket of earth, it is called our atmosphere. And the last one in this, that is our biotic type of component, it is biosphere. Now what will be there in biosphere? See, all the living components, it will come in this biosphere. So generally in this biosphere, we can have plants, we can have different animals, or we can also have different type of microorganisms. So in biosphere, we will have plants, we will have animals, and we will have different microorganisms. Further, we can also classify it like this into producers, into consumers, and also into decomposers. It's very easy. Producer means which produce, right? So generally in producers, we will have plants and different type of blue green algae, right? In consumers, they consume means here we can have herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. Okay, while in decomposers, they used to decompose. Decomposers, they convert complex compound into simple compound, and in decomposers we will have different type of bacteria and different other microorganisms. Okay, so again let us revise this. Earth is the only one planet in our solar system in which life exists. Why life exists? Because there is a coordination, there is sufficient amount of food, water, and a proper temperature which is suitable for life. Due to all these factors, life is possible on Earth. Means there must be a coordination between biotic components and abiotic components of our ecosystem. In abiotic components, we can take different non-living components, and in biotic components, we can take different type of living components. Okay. Now, in abiotic components, here we will have lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. In lithosphere, right, litho here it means the outer surface of the earth, means on which there will be land, there will be mountains, there will be valleys. Okay, so in lithosphere there will be land, mountain, and valleys on the earth, the outer surface of the earth, that is considered as our lithosphere. That all will come in lithosphere. In hydrosphere, hydro means what? Water. Hydro means H2O, it means water, right? So the different water bodies like lakes, ponds, rivers, oceans, that all will come in our hydrosphere. In atmosphere, right, atmosphere means that is a air covered over our planet, so that will be our atmosphere. And we know that generally in this atmosphere we are having imported gases like oxygen, like nitrogen, like carbon dioxide, also different inert gases, right? We'll have different type of inert gases. All that will come in our atmosphere. And in biotic component we will have biosphere, right? In biosphere we can have plants, animals, and different type of microorganisms, right? We can also classify it like this: producers, consumers, and decomposers. Producers means the organisms which produce their food by themselves, so they will be our producers, means plants and algae will be there. These producers are eaten by consumers, right? So consumers, they don't prepare their food by themselves, they are dependent on producers. So herbivores, they are directly dependent on producers, because herbivores means the organisms which eat plants, so that will be herbivores. Carnivores, they depends on herbivores. Carnivores means the organisms which eat another animals, right? The animals which eat another animals, that will be our carnivores. And omnivorous means they are dependent on plants also, means they are dependent on producers also, and they are dependent on different animals also, so that will be our omnivorous. And last, it is decomposers. Now what do we mean by decomposers? Decomposers means in that we will have different type of bacteria. We know that due to this bacteria, if any of dead or decayed organisms are there, so due to this bacteria it will get decomposed, it will break down, and it will convert from complex compound to simple compound. Okay, so this is necessary to understand our environment, our ecosystem. It is a coordination between these biotics and abiotic components, and due to this coordination only life is possible on our planet.